Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Iyanuoluwa Fagbiye and I can be found across all social media platforms at Temitopedancer. Please do note that this is the part 2 of the review of Bridgerton season 2. I'll be reviewing episode 5, 6, 7 and 8. If you are in for reviews, movie reviews, do also check my playlist. I'm going to link in this video, and of course keep on watching. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome. If you are new on my channel, welcome as well. Do what to hit the like button, do what to subscribe, and do what to leave me a comment. Let's get into the conversation itself. Part 5 of Bridgerton season 2 saw Kate riding a horse on the in the park, and of course the issues at the dinner. The issues at the dinner, I think it did shed more light on why Shamas came to London. It of course has gave us more insight on their reason for coming into town, for even wanting to marry someone from the Bridgerton's family to even start with, and of course the whole problem and issues that ensued after we saw how it all panned out. So episode 5, I'll keep on looking now because I have my notes written here, so do bear with me. Just enough run out of point, and of course to highlight major key highlights for the things that happened in episode 5, 6, 7 and 8 of Bridgerton season 2. Now episode 6, we saw the failed wedding, and of course the failed wedding, I honestly speaking, fine, I know they paid attention to details, they paid, but that particular the storyline for the failed wedding, honestly speaking, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. If you did, please do let me know in the comment section. But I didn't see that field wedding coming to reality, because I felt they wouldn't write it that way. At least the wedding will go through, and then they might have problems later, but of course the wedding will go as planned. But of course, to my greatest surprise, the wedding didn't go as planned. If that surprised you as well, do let me know. And also, what gave Lord Bridgerton, that's Anthony, the idea that Kate Edwina's sister, who was the thorn in quotes, in their blossoming flowers of their lives, will eventually be removed totally if they eventually get married. This is also coming from the field wedding, because they had a back and forth conversation where Lord Bridgerton was speaking to Edwina's sister, Edwina, the sister of Kate, and then he was saying Kate was the thorn in their relationship, and then when she moves back to India, everything would. What gave him that notion? I really want to know, because I felt if someone had been a problem before you married, definitely that problem won't leave. It's just like you knowing your spouse hits you, domestic violence of a thing, let's just use that instance, and then you are saying you will change that person when you eventually get married. It is sounding like something that is so impossible, because you have affection for this lady, for God's sake. How will you say such a thing that you would the thorn in your blossoming flowers will be removed eventually when you and that person's sister gets married? It makes no sense, because we know it's not achievable. It's not something that would eventually happen, and of course it didn't happen eventually. And of course I felt the failed wedding was now important at this point. When I was watching the movie, I felt it was important, but at first I didn't see the need why the wedding needed to fail. um Okay, in episode 7, Eloise was allegedly accused of being Lady Whistledown, because obviously she has been visiting the printer Theo, and she has been speaking to him, trying to uncover who Lady Whistledown was. I felt her attempt to uncover who Lady Whistledown was also gave the queen more insight to pick on her and say, yes, this is the person who has been writing this about me. And of course, because she herself was one of the feminists in the whole entire movie, she stood her ground. She had her opinion. She was very opinionated, and if you know Eloise, by what you know her, she doesn't stand for all these glamorous, these ball events. She's very, even though she's part of the royal family, she has something that she exudes, things that are different from them. She has this particular way she carries herself, and which is quite different from every of the ladies, which you would admit or agree with me on. If you saw this too about her, do let me know in the comment section. And if you feel my opinions, or if you see that I didn't highlight certain things that happened in each episode, you can as well do so in the comment section. I'll really love to see them. Don't forget to leave me that thumbs up button to use it. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. All these help my channel to grow. Now let's continue with the review. Now we saw the power play that happened between Theo and Eloise. Obviously, many of us didn't look at it from that angle until the printer guy, that's Theo, he made mention of it that, see you are very different, they will always look for you. But me, as someone who is a nobody, I won't be sought after. I wouldn't. Basically, if he had landed into trouble by being responsible for all the printing that has been happening so far, um he would be held accountable, but she would, the kind of punishment she would get, or the way she would be sanctioned, will be quite different, because perception, a class, of course, played a role in all these things. A class, the way she's viewed by the society because of the kind of family she's from, it's quite different. So obviously, the level of punishment she would be getting for being involved in that kind of scandal would be very different from the guy. And now there was another ball, of course, and people didn't attend. Featheringtons didn't attend, other people didn't attend. Bridgertons were the one hosting this particular ball, but we didn't see many people. Many people didn't turn up. But in the turn of events, the Bridgerton and Shamas decided to dance, which I felt was necessary. You shouldn't just, because people didn't turn up for your event, or because people didn't show up because of certain things they've heard about you, does not mean you should feel scared to forge ahead, even if people aren't showing up for you. Even in times of difficulty, when people aren't showing up, this was the lesson I learned in this particular scene. You shouldn't look down on yourself. You shouldn't bring yourself low, or have low self-esteem, though it is difficult to not have low self-esteem in situations like this. But when you remember times when things were good, or when you keep on remembering what made you start it in the very first time, I feel you should always have the spirit to forge ahead and move on with other things you have to do. And we should always imbibe this into our own daily lives as well. That is a very good lesson I learned from episode 7. And of course, the Lady Whistledown's article, the anticipated article, eventually came out in this episode, even after Eloise was allegedly accused of being Lady Whistledown. Now, Penn wrote a very rash, and I wrote here, undeserving article about Eloise Bridgerton. And of course, um, it shows, it simply shows that Penn's show of sympathy for Eloise was all just putting up a performance, which I know everyone will agree with me. And it's not from a genuine place. What I wrote down was, I won't call that a genuine friendship kind of a thing, because obviously she it was a performance she put up. And also, as expected, Kate Sharma and Lord Bridgerton could not hide feelings for one another, and eventually they had sex. It was nice because everybody was anticipating this already. If you were anticipating this, do let me know, because I myself, I saw that coming. Then episode 8 started with us seeing Kate falling off from the horse. This was more like a rollover from episode 7. And Eloise also got more insight on who Lady Whistledown was. The printing guy Theo reached out to her, telling her basically how those articles get to them, and how they kind of print it out. Eloise got more idea on how Lady Whistledown published her article, and how she sent it to the printing press through it being sewn in fabrics and all sorts, by using the lady who owns the modiste. And you see, the turnout of events in episode 8 was quite revealing. The one who disclosed this to her, who tried in helping her uncover who Lady Whistledown was. And eventually The furthering things through a dubious and frivolous means, they were able to host a ball, and of course, unknown to Lord Featherington, he Lady Featherington had another plan, had her own idea mapped out. She planned differently with him, but she had her own idea mapped out also, whereby she duped him eventually, and we saw how things turned out. Um, Now, Penn made a statement that made Eloise start thinking, oh wait, second guess that, is this the person? She made a statement that I don't know if that statement was made out of, maybe she was unconscious, but I felt she was conscious. I felt she consciously said what she said. Not she didn't mistakenly say it to her so that she won't figure out who she was. I felt she said it on purpose so Eloise could figure out she was the lady we sit down. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think she made that statement out of unconsciously, or she made it intentionally? Was it an intentional statement she made to have said that statement and to have seen the feedback she got from Eloise, by Eloise ransacking her room and uncovering that she was the lady we stood down, that she has been looking for so far? Do let me know what you think. And of course, we saw the dialogue. I love the dialogue between her and Penn. That's Eloise and Penn. I love the fact that they could communicate and express how they felt about each other at that part. And of course, uncovering Lady Whistledown, I love the fact that he didn't end that character. We'll know more in season 3 if that character will end. But presently, with the way season 2 ended, that character didn't die. She still wrote a piece actually, yes, because it was read. She still wrote a piece. So let's hope more revelations and more interesting moments we would see in season 3. That is, if there's going to be even be season 3. Do let me know, do you want a season 3? Are we expecting a season 3? Should a season 3 even come up eventually? Please do know that this is a part 2 my review on Bridgerton season 2. Do want to check out part 1 and tell me what you think about the review. It can be found across all social media platforms at Temitopedancer. Do want to follow, say hi when you do, and of course do want to like this video, do want to comment, and do want to subscribe. I'll come your way with another movie review or vlog soon. Till I do that, stay happy. Bye for now.